Alright, I'm going to be reviewing the COROS Pace 3 running watch today. So here it is. And right away I gotta say I'm not a nerd, so I do not really know much or care much about like all the fucking technical specifications and all the little stat tracking stuff. I only wear it while running because it's a running watch, and frankly, I don't think that the rest of the data stuff is useful or necessarily accurate at all, but the reason I got this watch, it's the first running watch I've ever had, is because I run in a mountainous area and a very, very dense forest area. So that really tends to interfere with the GPS tracking on something simple like a phone, which does not have the best GPS capabilities, but with a watch like this, it has a feature called dual frequency GPS, which is specifically designed for people running in mountainous forests. So that is why I got this, in order to get a more accurate data on my location and elevation gain, all that stuff during runs. It also has the barometric elevation tracking, whatever. The point is that it's pretty freaking accurate. So a lot of you people are not going to be satisfied unless it's like 101% accurate, but let's just say it's 95% accurate, and that's just going to have to be good enough, right guys? I mean, what are you running for? Are you running for Are you running for that extra 5% of accuracy on your stats, or are you running for fun, for fitness, for enjoyment? So now you see it has all of the typical typical activity things. I do the trail run because that's all that I use it for. I do not use it for lifting, I do not use it for biking, I do not use it for anything but trail running. So with this dual frequency setting, it is the most energy intensive setting that this watch has for tracking, and I believe on a full charge it has about 15 hours of the dual frequency, and I believe 25 hours of the less energy intensive tracking settings. So I've been using this watch for about 3 months now, 3 months now. I've used it on every single run since I got it, and I do have to say it is that 95% accuracy even in the forest. Now, this is the black, or like the dark version with the silicone wristband. It is definitely not the most comfortable thing, but I mean, when you're running, you don't notice it. Now, some cons with this watch are holy shit, I just fucking forgot what I was gonna say. What the fuck? Oh yeah, the cons. I mean, this is gonna be a problem with every watch, right? Just like every watch is not going to be 101% accurate on the tracking, it is definitely not going to be 101% accurate on the heart rate. And wow, the heart rate tracking on this is not very good. I would say probably for half of the run, it is off by like at least 20 to 40 beats per minute, undercounting for me. Some people it overcounts, for me it undercounts severely. Fortunately, like I said, I'm not a nerd, so I don't really give a fuck. I don't base my workout plan on what my watch says, how tired my watch says that I am. Whatever the fuck, I go based on feel, because I am a hobbyist, and yeah. But I do run 40 miles a week on pretty hard trails. Did I say 40 miles per week? Because I meant to say that in not hours, if I said that, whatever. So yeah, heart rate, not accurate. if you want an accurate heart rate, the answer is not to get a different watch. The answer is to get a chest strap heart rate monitor. When I was a rower, that's what we used. I mean, it's really the only accurate measurement, right? I mean, the most accurate. I don't know how you connect it, but I'm sure you can. I just don't really care enough to actually get one. Another negative I've seen people say online that doesn't really matter as much to me, but will for a lot of people, is that the real-time pacing and all that stuff, it has a pretty significant delay, probably like 5 to 10 seconds to catch up with your current pace. So yeah, whatever pace it says that you're going at, that's what pace you were going at like 5 to 10 seconds ago. So if you're doing intervals based on like time, like track sprinting, that is going to be an annoyance or even potentially disqualifying for this watch if you are frequently checking your watch to get those paces perfect. For me, because I am a trail runner, my pace is dictated by the terrain. My pace and heart rate are dictated by the terrain, not by intervals. It is the intervals are naturally built in to the terrain on the hills, going up and then going down. So again, sorry, I'm not going to go through all the technical specs, like the training load and the resting heart rate and the sleep. Like, I just really am not interested in that stuff. So if you're looking for a more tech-heavy review, you probably would have already clicked off of this. I mean, most of you probably did within the first 10 seconds, according to my analytics, but this is just like an average Joe's review. So this watch, I believe it was $230, which is, according to people online, a very good value for what this watch has to offer. I couldn't tell you because it's my first watch, but yeah. I mean, $230, that's like 1.5 pairs of shoes that you wear for like a couple months. This thing, I mean, I expect to be using this watch for at least like 5 years, right? So it's just kind of weird the way that people rationalize like their expenses. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna spend fucking $1,000 on shoes this year, but $230 for a watch that I'm gonna use for 10 years. Whoa, that's a real investment, right? It's kind of weird, but it's up to you. In the end, these watches are a luxury, they are an accessory, they are not necessary. This watch and the stats that it tracks have no actual bearing on your literal, physical, actual body. So don't take it too seriously. It's a utility, right? It's not the fucking word of God, it's a utility. So just keep that in mind. I know a lot of people really get sucked into the stats to the point where if their watch like runs out of battery in the middle of the night and they don't get their resting heart rate between 2 and 3 a.m., their whole fucking year of training is destroyed because they're missing 1 hour of resting heart rate data. You know, I am a person who is predisposed to obsessive thought, so I just tend to stay away from stuff like that. It kind of sucks the joy out of the process of training anyway, and kind of abstracts what the purpose of it really is, which is health, fun, fitness, happiness, longevity, and getting out in nature, right? Some people really, they really abstract all of their training to these statistics, and it's kind of bizarre. But yeah, sorry, I'm not shitting on anyone. We all have our preferences, but yeah. I would say that I would admit that I would be less eager to run if I did not have this watch on me on any particular day. if I had to rely on this shitty ass Strava tracking, that would be a disappointment. And even that is kind of weird to say because I used to run with no phone on me at all, no music, nothing. But such is the intoxicating appeal of statistics in the modern world, isn't it? All right, leave a comment. I respond to all comments in video format, and that is all I have to say.